think we're live. I think I can be heard on here. Leave a comment if you can hear me. Got a little bit of a bear trend going on today. Kind of stalling out here at these lows though. This is not a very good, very convincing bear bar. Not a very good signal bar here, but with these big moves down here, I'm thinking that the first couple attempts up will be sold. So trying to get in on that. If we see any kind of reversal, just looking for bars to trade below bars, keeping it simple today. And that's not what I want to see here. I'm gonna have to get out of this one here. Doji here. Short near this trend line and near this moving average, but before I started the stream, I took a trade that was in this bar here. So playing with a little bit of profit right now, but not much. Minus 1,400 companies on ADD right now. Gotta stop in. I don't intend on letting the market get to it though. If it wants to go up there, I don't intend on taking that entire stop. We might be seeing a little bit of a rollover here. Call this trade here. Try to get in a little bit closer to the line. You're probably wondering what this is. This is a cumulative tick. Been using it a lot lately. Been showing me buying and selling pressure. Add it up so it adds all the negative ticks, positive ticks, and creates a little graph. So this is a 9 period moving average of that value above here. So if it's below it, it's bearish. If it's above it, it's bullish. So it looks like they're selling the tops of these bars, and it's working for them. They sold the top here. They sold the top of this one here. They sold the top of this one here, and it's working. So it looks like I should be selling the tops of bars right now. Tight channel down here. We might get a bull breakout, but maybe I should have held on to this here. But it looks like I should be getting in on limit orders at the tops of bars, not selling the bottoms, because it don't look like we have enough conviction to go all the way down. But if I get in here, if I get a good entry, I could probably get a good trade off here. Either that or I'm going to have to play with a wide stop, and I don't want to do that. So this is not a real convincing bull bar or bear bar right here either. Hasn't even broken this low here. Wick is nice, but the body's kind of weak. Tempted to just put an order up here, a sell order right here, but a little bit. This channel is about 12 points wide, so the closer I can get to this, the better I'll feel about the entry. Bodies are getting smaller though. Got a doji here that literally means indecision. Got another one here, same thing, indecision. Bodies are about the same size. Now we seem to get trading below this bar here. So this was an inside bar right here. This is now an outside bar. Another doji though. I'm looking for this to trade up with this down move here. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, one leg down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you end up 5 legs here. So I expect to pull back closer to the top of the range. I'm not gonna get too crazy with the entry right now. I just tried to break out, broke below this candle and failed. You guys see that? So we're gonna try to wait. We're just gonna wait. There's nothing really we can do. We're gonna wait. Channel. We're getting ranged, trending range price action. This volume here is kind of declining though. I want to see it increasing if I'm going in that direction. It's not doing that. So we could be seeing a reversal here. I don't think it'll be a minor or major reversal though, because like I said, all this stuff up here and they're selling the tops of bars and they still are. They sold the top of this one here. So I just feel like I should just bite the bullet and get in at the top of a bar. As soon as it crosses the high of a bar, expect it to fail and get in short. But it hasn't done that, so. This is the kind of grinding action that you get trapped out of. If it continues to do this and just step down gradually, I mean, eventually you either have to know that it's going to be lower in the, I think it's going to be lower in an hour for sure. I should sell no matter what, no matter where I get the entry. Because this is how you get trapped out of great trending days. It could do this and then it can do this and then drop off and then base and then drop off and then base and then go up and base and then drop, So it's kind of one of those things where you have to choose the probability over the risk reward. If I sell here, my risk is going to be all the way at least at the top of this bar, and that's 15 points, 13 points. Okay, so you're looking at about $700 of risk right there. But chances are I'm going to get another leg down, or sideways to down is what it's looking like. So I really have to think about if I want to take a high probability reward or I want to trade like I've been trading and keep my risk really, really tight, really small. And I'm really looking for clues from the ad decline to do that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take a short entry here. What I'm looking at on this screen, guys, I'm looking at this ad decline. As you can see, it's breaking down over its trend line here. So let's see if price follows through. I am going to put my stop up here just in case it rips and I want it to do me too dirty. But my first indication that I'm wrong about this will be if it breaks this channel here. But like I said, we're adding or we're shorting the top of bars, so um, I might actually add on to the position up here if I think it's gonna at least be sold off. And a little bit of pickup in volume here, a little more conviction in this bar, but the body didn't really show anything different. We get a big flush down, I'll add my stop to the top of that bar. Ad declines, making new lows on the day. We're negative 1,424 companies, negative 1426. So ad declines selling off. Tick is also selling off, but this is pushing up here. So I'm gonna wait for a big down move here. Let's set this stop limit at 500. It's not want to lose anything past that. And it's going to put me right here. I don't know if that's safe. Like if I'm going to take this, if I'm going to take this trade, I need to just accept the risk has to be up here. It has to be right here, which is 15 points. Because that's the only way I know it's wrong. It could come all the way to the tip top of this bar and fail, and I would, I would still be in this trade. But ad decline's really selling off now. We just lost 54 companies in the last second, so I'm hoping to see this just flush down here, break this channel, and if I get a big push down, if it's holding at the lows, no wicks, I'm gonna move my stop to the top of it. If it pops down and pops back up, I'm gonna go ahead and get out because it could be climactic. Taking its time though, whatever it's doing. Just hit a new low for the day, it looks like. No, not yet. It's coming down there though. You guys are saying the sound is low. Let me see if I can fix that. Open it up a little bit here. Is that better? Let me know if that's better, guys. Sound is low. Sold the top of this bar again. You guys see that? Could have got in here at the top of this bar. They sold it right off. able to put a bull body in here. It's not really convincing though. I'm expecting it to fail here. Let me see here if I can switch microphones. All right, how's the sound on this one here? Is that better? Let's just switch the mics up. All right, cool. What's going on, D? So we're just selling the tops of these bars here. This is a high probability short. But I'm also giving up risk reward. I don't like that this is turning up here. This doji here though, trading range. So literally I should be selling the high of this and buying the low. But since it's a bear channel, I should really just be selling the high. And this ad decline is just selling off. We're at negative 1,500 companies right now. I'm looking for a flush any minute now. Let's see what's down here that it could be reaching for. You have this zone right here. I think it wants to come on through here. How many points away is that? It's more than my stop. I'll tell you that. Or it's less than my stop, I should say. So because of that, I almost have to take another sell order up here, expecting it to fail on these big down bars. Or I have to get out and just get in higher. I've had a pretty good down leg though. What's this leg here? I'm 40 points down since 7 this morning. $42. Yeah, I don't like that 50% is right above my stop. But I'll know I'm wrong if it breaks this channel. So let's just hold out and see what it wants to do. Definitely has downward momentum, but it might not want to take out this area right here yet. Below here though, it's like thin air. There's nothing below here. It's like you'll have a round number, 4,100, but below that, I mean, there's pretty much nothing down there. So if we do get a break, that means that it could be a pretty big break. The next low is here. Next significant low. So selling the tops of bars. Okay, we're at the top of this channel. I'm going to add to this short. This is a buy signal though. This is a buy signal right here. This big bar coming above another bar. That's a buy signal. But I am anticipating it's going to fail. So, because they've been selling the tops of bars all day and it's been working for them. So let's see if it works for me. I am not interested in taking that second sell past the top of this bar though. So let's put a stop up there. What's up, Nav? How's it going? Oh, man. This might be a quick day, guys. I think I might hit my stop, my limit for the day. It happens sometimes. You just got to roll with it. Okay, so just hit my stop on that one. This is actually the position I just opened, so it actually hit my stop on the first one that I bought. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of this. So it did not fail. Looks like we're rotating up into, at the very least, a trading range. But I still believe they're selling the tops of these bars here. Down about 1,000 right now, though. I don't like that at all. So I either stop trading for the day, or I become more patient and wait, or I just put in a wide stop. Like, look at this failing at the top of this bar here. I'm gonna have to short this again. How long do I wait to short it again, though? That's the thing, when you're trading all day, or when you're trading for a big part of the day and you take a loss early on, you're going to have two reactions. You're going to chase that loss, you're going to size up, try to get it back quickly, or you're going to be afraid to take the next trade because you feel like your read was off. So I'm feeling a little bit of that right now. Down a little bit, and I don't think my read is off, though. I think this channel is going to hold. I think we're selling the tops of bars. I think this is going to be rejected. I think we're going to come through here, so I should be just selling. I'm going to sell. I need to talk myself into it. It's just one of those things where it's very subjective, you know. It's very, you could go either way, but you got to take the trade. This is pretty clear, though. It's not like this could go either way, because then I'd just be sitting out. If it were 50-50, if the chart looked like a giant doji, I'd be staying out. But it's definitely trending down, and they're definitely selling the tops of these bars. So I should be in here short. I just have to put that risk on. Nav says, please upload at least one video a week. Look, I try, man. I try. It's just, it's difficult. Like, I feel like I'm out of things to teach you guys. Like, I'm out of, you know, I don't want to just make videos just to make videos. You know, I feel like if I'm doing something in my trading that's helping me out, I want to share it with you guys. But, you know, my trading hasn't really changed a lot. I'm adding little things and taking away little things here and there. It just hasn't changed enough to be making a video every week. But what I can do is I can live stream more and let you see all the stuff that I talk about in practice. I'm going to put a stop above here. So yeah, that's what I can do now. I can live stream more, but you know, as far as the content, I mean, I've got over 100 and some videos now. I've talked about everything I need to talk about. You know, but if I'm trading something and it's helping me out, I will definitely get on and share it. So let's pull back here. I expect this to come back down. We want to see this first bar break below here. Have we traded below this? Okay, so we have traded below here, just barely though. They're selling the tops of these bars though. I know that. I've said it like 10 times and I keep buying toward the low. I need to just pick a top and sell it. But this is the 2-bar reversal right here. Came up, reversed all that bar down. So this bar looks like a big old doji. It looks like a big old something like this. Opened here, closed here. Probably looks something like that with a big tail on the top. Here we got a little something going here. I'm not going to get excited though because it's still in this damn channel and it could easily come up and test the high again, but the bottom of the channel is about 12 points away. Well, right now it's probably about 8 points away. So the bottom of the channel / this little zone here is going to be my target. D said part 2 of my story. Yeah, you're right. It's so personal, D. I've been reluctant to upload it, but I recorded it at the same time I recorded the first one. I just never put it up. This is something I've been doing. I haven't made a video about. So just measuring the width of the channel, straight line from the top to the bottom. This channel is about 13 points wide. So I know if I'm selling at the top of the channel and my target's the bottom, I know my profit target is 13. So I want to try to keep my risk about that. Or, like a 2 to 1. I'll shorten this to 6. But I'll most likely do like a 4, so make it a 3 to 1. Move this to the top here, and then clone that and just drag it to the top. And now I have my stop, but I also have a 3 to 1 risk reward. So if I take this, where's it at? Short position, put it here, and I'm here with this. That's my risk, and my reward is down here. It's gonna have to be right here. Make it make sense. There we go. So that's my risk right here. That's my reward. That's something I've been playing around with lately. Just using this little area up here as a buffer to give it room to poke out like it did right here. How it poked out of here. And it gives me kind of like a measurement of like if this is 13 and I know that this is 4, and it gets up to the top of this channel and pokes through it, and I know that this is a third of this channel, it just gives me kind of like, a feel for what the market's doing. So I've been doing that lately. I haven't made a video about it though. It's not, any secret technique or anything, just something I've been playing around with. So this looked promising. It traded below. Definitely an area here though of support. This whole low here, but this was a new low. This was a new low. Yeah, D, I still use Bollinger Bands. It's just whatever I feel like using for the day. You can see now I just have a 20 period moving average on here. This is a bar closing at its high. Do I short this? because that's what I should have did here. um, it's still in this shadow though. This big bar here is still, it's still, you know, got some sway over the price action here. So I don't want to take big losses, but I also don't want to get out every time it pushes up here, because it's a channel. It's going to do that. But now it's kind of in that area of the channel where my risk units would be. Top of the bar, they're selling it again. Let me get rid of some of this crap here. Buying pressure's ticking up here. I want to sell this so bad, but I'm already down 300 in this trade. I need to just cut it, I think. Let's see what it does here at this level here. See how they're selling the top of that? Average bar is 5 points, so I'm about the average bar loss right now. I mean, I can't sell every time I go down 5 points. I can't just get out of the position. It's a recipe for disaster. But I also can't hold on to my stop each time. So I still think we're going down though. We have reclaimed 200 companies on ADD. But every time we get a big bull bar, there's no follow through. Big bull bar closing at its high, no follow through. Next bar was a bear bar. Big bull bar closing at its high. Now I'm getting a doji at the top of this. So selling the top of the bar continues. This was able to hit a new low, even though it didn't close there. It traded down to a new low. They might be getting some momentum off the bottom of this here. So we've swung the other way. We were about 200 in profit at the max, and now we're about 212, 220, 250 in loss. So $500 swing here. It's just gonna get chopped up all day. Nothing's more frustrating when the price starts here and it ends here, and you've been short or getting short all day, and then you're out of money at the end of the day. You're like, how the hell did that happen? Well, you saw. Selling at the bottom of bars instead of the tops. That'll do it to you. If they're selling the tops, sell the damn tops and hold until it's clear that they're going to reverse, because this is not a clear reversal. This is still inside of this bar right here. It's not a clear reversal at all. And they're selling these tops again. They're selling this top here. So they're going to get up here and sell this top? I think so. But guess where my stop is? It's right here. So am I going to be along for that ride? We're going to have to see. I think they're coming for this, though. I don't think they come all the way down here and not take this out. That doesn't make any sense to me, but who am I? I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing. They could not care about this at all. Their job is to confuse me. I don't know what's going on. An inside bar right now. Outside, inside. I keep talking about outside, inside bars. Typically, when you have an inside, outside bar, you get a breakout. It's called breakout mode. It's one of the terms Al Brooks uses. He has a fantastic course, by the way, Al Brooks. If you're really serious about this, buy it. It's going to take you some months to get through it. It's going to take you a lot of time to get through it, but it's worth it. He's all about pure price action, and indicators are lagging, and all, we know that stuff, but excellent course. But inside, outside bars, when you have a bar that trades inside the range of another candle, it's called an inside bar. This bar is inside the range of this bar, and it still is for the moment. When you get consecutive inside bars, okay, now it's an outside bar, but when you get consecutive inside bars, you have to think about what the market's trying to tell you. If they've traded inside the range of the previous candle multiple times, what are they trying to tell you, right? So this has come all the way back here to break even. So selling the top of that bar would have been the great idea. This is a five point bar here, extra 250 there. So this is very convincing here. This is the biggest bull bar or bear bar we've seen since here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. Biggest bar in 8 bars at the top of a channel. Just reclaimed the moving average. So this is pretty convincing. If it can close at its low and then follow through down to this low, that would be fantastic. But getting back to Al Brooks, he has a channel on YouTube. Obviously, he has a trading course. Right, it's $400. It's always $400. He never discounts it. He never Black Friday or anything like that. It's definitely worth more than $400. I would have paid. If I understood what I understand now, I would have paid upwards of $2,000 or $3,000 for it. So it's a steal. It's a deal. It's very technical, and not. No, I've been in it for a while, and I watch the videos. Sometimes I just have them on as I'm working on other things because I've been through the course once. But sometimes he just goes off, and you're just like, what the hell are you talking about? I feel like my level of understanding even is not where it should be to fully appreciate the course. But the parts that I do understand, I really appreciate, and every time I listen to it, I get more and more info out of it that I can use in my trading. So I'd recommend Al Brooks' course 100%. And I like what I really like is just his common sense, like what I was talking about earlier when I was selling down here and I was putting my stop above here. Well, I don't know, the trend is not down anymore until it breaks a high. So my stop has to be up here, right? It has to be for it to make sense. If it's down here, it could move all the way to one tick right here and reverse, and the trend is still in effect. So why would I put myself in a situation where I'm most likely going to get stopped out? That's a low probability trade. That's, you know, it's probably not going to work out because it could move to the range of this bar to the tick and then reverse. And if my stop is up here, I won't be stopped out because that's telling me and signaling to other bulls in the market that we're always in long because it's taking out this big bear bar. So, he's just matter of fact in his trading. Like, if you want to take this trade, you have to risk up here. There's no, oh, well, maybe I can get here. You're just asking to fail. You're asking to fail, and just it makes sense. Like, I always tried to trade real small and keep my risk small. And there's going to be situations where you can do that, like on small bars, but typically they move so fast. Like this was a 12-point down bar. This covered the whole range of the channel. It actually made the channel. But it happened so fast, I couldn't get in on that. But had I seen it push below here, I could have put my stop up here, and that would have been a small stop and a big reward. And that's very rare. Because when they decide to move, they're going to move it very quickly. You're not going to be able to get in. You're going to be chasing it. And then what happens? You get a retracement, 7-point retracement, which is about 350. And then by the time you look at the retracement and think that we're going to rally to the top of this bar, you get another breakdown. So you have to pick a direction, and you have to know where the clear turning points of the market are. And right now, the clear turning points are here and here. It's really here now. If this bar trades below here, I can move my stop up here. Because if we're going to continue down, it should never come back above here. Okay. And anyway, a matter of fact, I'm going to do that now because it makes no sense to hold this area up here as a stop. I'm going to put it right there. Because you just had a big bull bar or bear bar closing near its low. Pretty convincing. Took out the low of this one here. Traded below the open of this one here. So if it comes back up here, chances are we're going to be in a long situation. At the top of this channel, moving average is right here. Looking like we got another inside bar here. So the market's trying to break out right now. It's trying to find an area where it's gonna take it out. It's just go to brookstradingcourse.com. That's his main site, Jack. Brooks Trading Course. It's where you can find the course at. And it's definitely worth the money. Like you won't be disappointed. You'll either be excited by everything you're going to learn, or you're going to be frustrated that everything you don't know. But, that's why they're videos. You can rewind them. You can watch them again, go back, see what you missed, and then go to the charts and look for them. Have a chart up when you're watching it, and you can see, some of the things that he's talking about. But definitely helps you see the market differently and really see price. I'm not doing too good of a job reading price today. I've only noticed that they've been selling the tops of bars and buying the bottoms, but bear channel, selling the tops, buying the bottoms. I'm just waiting for a spike down here to the bottom of this channel line. I think we'll test it one more time. And I'm just trying to not lose too much money before I see that that's not going to happen. Waiting for this to trade below here. That would be a good signal. Inside bar. This bar is inside the body of this bar here. inside, outside, inside, inside. This is something. So I started out, when I started trading, I started out trading options. If you know anything about options, you pay a premium and you bet on a market direction, and the option's not dead until it expires. So, you know, I learned some very bad. I made a lot of money trading options. That's what got me to thinking I could do this full time. But the lure of options is that you pay a flat fee basically, and you let the market do what it's gonna do. Um, and sometimes it'll come back. It'll come way back, and like if you're not in profit, well, if you've paid $300 for the option, 300 is the most you can lose, right? So you get into the habit as an option trader of holding your position or even adding to it because your risk is capped. Um, so when I started trading futures, futures don't work that way. You have to have margin. You know, you have to have the margin to hold these positions. So you put on a futures contract. It's not just, you know, what your loss is. It's what you need to hold it. So I got into the habit of just holding a lot of positions, thinking, it'll come back. It'll, because sometimes it did, and I made a lot of money trading options at first. Like I said, I paid off my mortgage and all that. So I got into that habit of being an options trader, and when I moved to futures, man, it was painful. Oh my God, it was so bad. Um, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it because you can't hold. You have to know how to read charts if you're going to trade futures. Um, and what's the price of this right now at 48, 41.23? So if I had 170 some odd $1,000, I could hold a futures contract until, you know, the stock market went to zero. You know what I mean? Um, but I can't do that. Obviously, I can't do that. What is it trying to do here? This is a trap here. This just traps some people here. It's below the moving average, though. What's the ADD doing? ADD's still ticking down here. I want this break, guys. I want this break. I want this break down here. But yeah, so I got into options trading mode basically, where you hold the position, and even if you're wrong, your risk is, you know, it's capped. So you lose $300, you buy a $300 option, it goes against you, never comes back, you lose $300, no big deal. You didn't really, you really just have to read the flow, and that's why trend lines worked so well for me because, you know, I was kind of worry free, really. If I decide to risk $300, I risk $300. Well, in futures, it's different. Like I said, if I want to sell here, I don't know the trend's reversing until here. So my stop has to be here. Well, at the time, that was a $750 stop. I have to risk that to find out if I'm right. And that's just the way it is. I can't, I could go buy SPY options and let it trade above here and hopefully come back, you know. And I've done that. I do that from time to time. Sometimes I'll trade the SPY options instead of futures, depending on what bills I have coming up that month, to be honest. Let's not blow up tonight. We got to feed the cat next week. But for the most part, though, you have to know how to read the chart. Like, you have to put clear points into the chart where you are wrong and you have to get out, because you can't, unless you got a lot of money, you can't hold these futures contracts the way you can hold options. So that is a bad habit that I have been trying to break, and it's hard. It's difficult because I love options. I sell options. I have some Nike and some Disney and some what do I have? Nike, Disney. I've got some Meta. I've got some Peloton. Don't ask me why. And I'll sell calls on those from time to time, but they're nothing, nothing major. I don't want to lose my Nike and Disney, so it's typically way out of the money where it'll never reach, 30, $40 a month. So nothing, nothing major, just something they're just sitting there otherwise. Might as well be making money off of them, but I don't want to lose them. I don't want to, unless I'm selling them really high. See this damn thing. I think we're going to reverse, guys. But this ADD is just laying on the floor. It's like literally not giving me anything right now. This is a wedge here, though. 3 pushes up. Three pushes up and down. So it literally could go either way right now. But down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. This is a wedge. It's expanding triangle. I'm going to get out of this. This market does not want to go down. I'm down about 1,100 right now. I'm thinking I should call it a day. Let's see if there's some levels upcoming here that this might want to... not until here. That's a pretty big thing, though. All right, let's go long. I don't know why I'm going long, but it doesn't want to go down, so let's go long. Our risk is the bottom of this right here. Like we said, we got to take that risk. Another thing that options trading makes it hard to do is switch your bias. Like I was just short, and I've been short since here, and during all this chop, I've been short, right? Market clearly doesn't want to go down at the moment. It's put in a higher low, big bull bar right now. This bar closed at its high, big bull bar here. This is really a 3-bar reversal here. Came down for 2 bars and then pushed up. But when you get a bias in place, you kind of want to stick with it until it proves you wrong. Well, breaking my channel, it's a really tight channel, so it was easy to break. But breaking my channel is proving me wrong. Now this here, this is a bear channel. You would expect a bull breakout of a bear channel. And what you'll notice if you watch him a lot, and Al Brooks teaches this too, but I didn't know how to put it in words, I guess. This trade's working out pretty good. He'll tell you that most breakouts fail within 5 bars. So if you get a bull breakout of a bear channel, expect it to fail within 5 bars on the highest time frame that you can see the channel on. So let's go up here. Probably this is the highest time frame I can see it on right here. I hate to snatch at this profit, but how many trades have we seen go up to nice profits and come back? I'm not going to snatch at it. I tell you what I'll do, though. I don't want to lose on it. I'll make it where I can't lose on the trade. What was I saying, though? What was I talking about? Oh, failing. So this is a bull channel or bear channel on its way down, right? Trending down. We've gone sideways now, so we've changed from a bear trend to a sideways trend. We're in this channel here. We're breaking out. This wedge top right here, this expanding wedge right here. Excuse me. This expanding wedge right here. Basically, you expect this to fail within 5 bars and come back into the range. And that's a high probability short if it does that. So if it comes up here, can't get through here, which it's testing the top of this bar right now. Okay, testing the leg that started here. That's going to be a high probability short if it reverses, basically. When this bar trades above that high, I'm going to move my stop to the low of this bar. lock in some more profits here, because we could be in a trading range also. This could be a trading range here because it hasn't taken out this bar yet. It could just be in a trading range. It broke below the range, couldn't break out. Now it's testing the top of it. So that could be what we're seeing right now too. Got to be open to possibilities. But we did break out of this channel though. Alright, so it took me out of that order. So that was a $200 or $300 trade that turned into a $50 trade. So another instance where I'm thinking I just should be scalping this market, guys. I need to just be scalping for 200 points or $200 here and there, because you've seen I've traded. It's just in a range. I'm getting chopped up, and I've had $200 or $300 a couple times that I should have just taken and waited. So maybe I should just change to scalping. That's another thing that options trading teaches you. Like, it's a bad habit. Like, sometimes the market's not going to give you, 20 points up or down. Sometimes it's going to give you 3 and 4, and it's going to do that multiple times, and you just got to take those small profits. And that's a video I've been thinking about doing, actually. When to take a small profit and when to, take a big one. I think this bar is getting ready to close above the high of this one, though. I think that stop was premature. But should you always be scalping? Because sometimes you're going to get the big move and sometimes you're going to get the small move. But if you get the big move, if you only get the small move and you keep holding on for the big move, you're going to be stopped out a lot. And it's going to mess with your psychology. It's going to rack up commissions, all that stuff. But if you just decide to go in and take a small move each time, you're almost always going to get a small move if you're in the right direction, or even if the market's in a range. So I'm thinking about just switching to scalping, just like period, and stop trying to catch these massive moves. And if I get a big spike in my direction, then maybe it can turn into a swing, or a big move. But it's something I'm kicking around because I have a lot of days where it just gives me small profits multiple times, takes them away, maybe a little more if I don't have my stops in place. And if I took a bunch of those small profits, if I hit a bunch of singles, I'd have a home run by the end of the day. But I don't. I just have a busted account. But some days it gives me, like, let me show you this move back here. I caught this. I caught from here when it failed right here, because this was a double top here. Boom, boom, double top, but lower high. So when it traded below here, which was very fast, I had my order already down here. It traded below here. I rode this all the way from here to here. And that was a nice trade, right? Really nice trade. But that doesn't happen every day. So am I going to give up these 42 points little by little by little today? I'm already giving up 20 of them, so now 25 of them. So, things like that. Do I want to be this kind of trader that takes those boom, big trades like that? Or do I want to just try to get in and out and nibble here and there? And it just depends on, what kind of trader I want to be. But I can tell you it's very frustrating to see profits turn into losses again and again and again and again all freaking day long. Just makes you want to go back to bed. Like, this is a $7 bar, 7-point bar here, and at one point I was in 300 profit, and then I closed at less than probably 50 after commission. So something you got to decide what kind of trader you want to be. I think this is getting ready to pick up, though, which means I should have kept my stop below here. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this close here. I think we've got more in this bar here. I might have gotten out where I got in. It might be a little worse. This is a range though. This is the top of the range, bottom of the range. They tested it extensively, didn't break below it. Kind of making me believe they want to protect this area here. Kind of making me believe the people in charge of this move here have orders below here and they don't want to get below there. So it doesn't mean we won't, because they might not be in charge for long, but that's what it's making me think right now. These small ass bodies up here, I don't like this at all. So let's do this. Every time we get 200 bucks, we're going to take it. We're going to scalp it, because we're not getting big moves right now. Try to call back some of this day here. We get a spike over 300 or something like that, we're going to take it. So we got a big bar. We're above the moving average. Big bar. We are in a trading range though. Okay. We have an inside bar here. This bar is inside the body of this bar. All this whole bar is inside this bar. And for the moment we have another inside bar. So we have a OI outside, inside for the moment, and that's typically breakout mode that you're in. Okay, now we're outside of this bar, so now we have a OIO, outside, inside, outside. And he tells you what all these different patterns mean and how to look for them. But the market's really trying to break out right now. When you see inside bars, outside bars, inside bars, inside, 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 it calls it I pattern, inside, inside. It's very rare that you see 3 bars where each bar traded inside the previous bar. But if you think about what that means, if you have a bar here and then you have a bar right here that trades inside of this bar, and then you have a bar here that trades inside of this bar, this is to him called an III. And what you have though, if you can draw a trend line on it, is you have a wedge. You have constricting price action, right? It's coming to a head. So a breakout is imminent, okay? A breakout is getting ready to happen, because the forces that are buying here and the forces that are selling here, they're meeting, and they're going to meet at a point, and you're going to have a breakout. So it's very rare that you see an III pattern though. And not very rare, it's just you really got to be looking for it. I don't even see one on this chart here. Maybe in these consolidations overnight that we had. I'm watching my position on another screen, by the way. I'm not just being lackadaisical with it. I can't even find one here. Oh, this was almost one here, but it's in a trend. This was almost one here. This was inside of this one, but this one was outside by a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to see it anywhere in here, it doesn't look like. So it's really rare, but when you see it, you can trade it. This was almost one here. You still had a wedge bottom though. This wedge came up here and then broke out.
So they're really small pieces of price action that he wants you to focus on. Yeah, I really can't find one. That's crazy. Oh, this might be one here. Here's one here. I This bar is inside of this bar. This bar is inside of this bar. So, but this bar is equal to this low, but he says that that's acceptable. So, all right, let's get back to the position here. Let's see what it's doing here. We're testing the top of this range. I'm gonna try to take a $200 profit here. Pokes above it. I'm not gonna be shy because I keep taking these small losses and they're eating me up. There we go. Bam. Up. All right. So we got that. All right. That was helpful. I should have did that a bunch of times. So it's like when I'm live streaming right now, right? You guys are watching me trade. You're listening to me talk. You're listening to me say what the market might do, and then it doesn't do it, and then I'm putting myself out there. It's not for me. Okay, it's not. I could do this off camera and be perfectly fine. I promise you that. It's actually very stressful to talk and trade because I have to think about what the market's doing, and then I have to think about what I want to do, and then I have to explain it to you, and then I go off on so it's really stressful for me to do this. But I know that it helps people. I know that it is fun. I won't say it's not fun. It's fun talking to you guys, and I get a lot of emails, saying something in my videos help people, and that's great for me because when I started this, mulling around on YouTube, mucking around with my own money, luckily I was in a very, very bullish market, and nothing I could do but sell was wrong. I couldn't do anything wrong. So, but when I got serious about it and realized, okay, markets don't always go up, and it's not gonna have a bullish market forever, and once I figured that out, I wish I had a channel of someone that actually did this, that went through the struggle of leaving their job and then trading and then needing to go back to work and then going and just showing you how it really is. This shit is hard, guys. It's hard. It's hard work. It's a hard way to make easy money. It's really hard, and people don't respect it. Like, they see these people that these YouTube channels that are people are got these beautiful huge houses and Lambos and all this other stuff, and what they don't tell you is that they've got freaking YouTube income. Okay, I'm making a little bit of money from this channel. It's not a lot. I've only got like 1,170 subscribers, but there's people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They're making anywhere from 10 to 25,000 a month just posting videos because they have the followers. That makes it very easy to trade when you know that you have that kind of income to fall back on. So, and I'm not saying these people don't actually trade and make their money trading, but what I'm telling you is that they've diversified their income flow. So it's a lot easier for them to make these videos of their lifestyle when it's really they're a YouTube influencer. At some point, you're not a trader anymore. I think there's very few people that are both. Once you realize to get into the YouTube money and you got a good following, just throw up a trade video every week and have people watch it, and you'll make thousands of dollars a month. So, but I do it because, for one, it sharpens me. Like, I can watch my trading back later. And I record pretty much everything, so I can do that without doing it live. But I can watch it back later. And if something really good happens, something really cool happens, I don't have to freaking edit the video. And that's always a plus. So if you like these live streams, appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. Appreciate the participation out there. This is just pushing up here. Okay, so we're at the top of this range. We're very leery to buy at the top of this range. We have, let's go down to a smaller time frame so you can see what I'm seeing here. We've triple bottomed here. Okay, we've come down, up, down, triple bottom, and now we've broken the high. So this is what Al Brooks would call all in long. Okay, he'd call this all in long right here. So I should really be going long here. But I'm inside of this broadening pattern. And I'm a little, I kind of want to see it pull back and test this right here. I kind of want to see it pull back and test the breakout point. Because these two bars broke above all of this price action to the left here. These two bars broke above all of this. Okay, so I want to see this tested. And then if we can come down here, test this, and then break above again, I'll be interested in being all in long. Right now, though, we're just at the top of a range, and we're getting what you would expect to see at the top of a range. The bars are shrinking, the bodies are shrinking, the tails are getting longer. There's a lot of indecision, okay? And I expect it to come back into the range. So if anything, I should be selling. But because we've triple bottomed here, because we've tried to break down this low 3 times and haven't been able to do it, I'm a little weary of doing that. So you're always making that trade-off between what's most likely to happen and how much it's going to cost you to find out, right? Because, see, here we go. I could take this short up here, and it could come and just barrel through this right here. Boom, 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 boom. How would I know it was going to do that? I wouldn't. I just have to say, well, I'm at the top of a range. I'm getting a doji. I have now a bar trading below that doji. So bears are assuming control. They're breaking through the 20. All these reasons, right? I could do this, short this all the way down to here. But now I'm a little gun shy because I'm down $900 for the day, right? So you get to a point where you just have to close the computer and call it a day. Get your mind right and come back the next day. Nothing wrong with that, because if you're going to be trading a long time, that's actually a very good, and that's in my video of the things to do after you start trading full time. Sometimes you just gotta walk away. You just gotta turn off and walk away. Hopefully, it's not after you've ruined half of your account or 10% of your account, but I'm not that messed up right now. I could take this short. But I want to see it test this breakout point. If it tests this and bounces off, I'm going long. If it breaks through this, I might go short, but I might wait. So this is 2 scenarios. I want this or I want this. Okay, that's what I want. I want one of these two to play out. I want it to come down, support, maybe a little bit below, and then up, or I want it to come down, break support pretty significantly, come back and retest and fall away. Will I get either of those? I don't know, but that's what I want. So right now I just wait. Forexer, thanks for the compliment, Forexer. I appreciate that. Jack, do I have a Discord? I do, but I don't use it. Trading's hard, guys. I keep trying to tell you, trading is hard. Like all the extra stuff I do, this channel, Discord, like it takes time, and I'd rather spend that time away from the markets than constantly, having a Discord and I answer emails, and that takes a lot of time. But I love the emails, so don't bother. Don't stop. It's jay@jmoneytrades.com. That's my email address. Don't stop sending me those. But the Discord just takes a lot of work. I'm in a Discord with a bunch of other traders. It's called Trader Helpline, and I think he might be live streaming right now too. But that's just a chit chat about what's going on. It's never to do anything other than that. But sometimes you just want trader talk. You just want to talk about what you're looking at, what the market's doing, and that's what a Discord would be good for. But once again, it takes a lot of time, and if I'm not trading, which is mentally draining, I'm looking at charts. If I'm not looking at charts, I'm away from trading and living my life. So I'm trying not to build too many commitments. And like I said, I was going to live stream today, and I almost didn't because I was in bed at 8:30 because I didn't sleep very well last night. But I always say I'm going to live stream and then I don't. And then that gets people upset because some people might actually carve out time in their day to watch your dumbass. So get on the live stream. So I'm trying to, it's a lot of commitments when you're running a channel, and you're trading. So I try not to spread myself too thin. I'm really stingy with my time. So I'm getting a little bit of a wedge here on the top. And a wedge inside of a wedge here. This channel is broken. These lines are no longer relevant. I'm going to get rid of them. They're just clutter. This is still very relevant though, in my opinion. Expanding wedge, top. And this was the original wedge. See how we connected it here to here and it stopped there almost to the tick. See that? So from that low, we went up about 15 points. Yeah, I know, Nab. What's your solution for that? Nab says my channel isn't growing the way it should be. I don't know. I think it's like I had one video last year around this time that blew up, the VSA videos, probably how most of you guys found me. And the algorithm just blew it up. Like it just, I don't know. I didn't put in any special code words or any tags, or it just blew it up. I guess people were just looking for it. And it continued to blow it up. That's why I continued to make videos that, branched off of it, because there was more to say about the topic and people were still, watching them. But I think it's because I don't do a lot of strategy videos. Any strategy video I put out, those are big videos for me. And I'm not really big on telling you how to trade. Like, I want to give you concepts so you can put together your own stuff. But the Bollinger Band video, mean reversion, that video is almost as big as VSA. So if I want to make a bunch of strategy videos, eventually one of them will blow up, and then my channel will, start growing again. But I get about 2 subscribers a day. But yeah, I think it's because I don't do a lot of strategy videos, and my videos are long. They're not some you can just watch casually. You gotta like listening to me talk. You gotta like listening to me be abstract a lot of times too, because I'm trying to explain things. So yeah, CD Bollinger Band is how you found me. So yeah, the strategy videos, they are at the top of all my lists every month. Most viewed, most watched, most liked, and I just there's so many strategies. It's not your strategy, guys. It's not your strategy. It's your risk management. I wish risk management was, well, I don't. I don't wish that, because then I wouldn't have an edge. But that just shows you where the retail trading community is. It's show me what to do, give me a strategy, show me. And that's nothing wrong with that when you're starting out. You got to find something that works for you. But how about someone that teaches you how to think about the market? That way you can put your own strategy together. I prefer that person more than someone telling me, these are the rules for this strategy. But occasionally I'll find something that, is intriguing, and I'll put it up. And I don't even think the Bollinger Band one was that great. Just people just love it. They just watch it and they email me about it and they want settings. And I'm just like, oh my God. I almost want to take it down, but then I'd probably not be growing at all. Risk management, D. I probably have maybe, I want to say 8 or 9 on risk management. Let me look. Good question. Yeah, my 3 most popular videos: VSA, Bollinger Band, and VSA Part 2. And then the rest of VSA videos. And then it goes into volume profile and market structure. Yeah, no risk management videos are in the top. Okay, so we kind of got what I wanted to see here. We kind of got a retest. And the fact that it couldn't reach it, that it couldn't reach this breakout point, lets me know that they bought before it. So that makes me feel a little bit better. We are laying on this line right here. I don't really think this matters. We'll readjust it one more time, probably get rid of it. But the fact that they weren't able to even make it to the breakout point again, let's make it a straight line here. That's the breakout. That's the breakout point there. So I'm looking now for areas in the chart where I can get 4 points, where I can get $200. Okay, that's what I'm looking for right now because the market's not giving me anything more. And I'm thinking it's going to be buying the bottom of bars, buying pullbacks, and taking them to new highs. So that's my focus right now. I'm looking for scalps, $200 scalps, to kind of claw back some of this day here. Thanks, Nav. Nav, you've been here since the beginning. You've changed your name twice, but I know your real name. So I appreciate the support. You're always rocking with me. Raj has been here from the beginning too. What's up, Raj? How you doing? How's your trading going lately? I'm just looking for places now that I can just scalp out some money, and if it turns into something more, then it will. But you see up here, when I hit that $200, I got out, and look, it would have took it all back from me. It did it to me here. It did it to me here. It did it to me, I think, just here. It did it to me last night a couple times too. Yeah, the market's been in a wrench. This market's trying to break out. You go to this daily chart here, you might see that pattern here that I've been talking about, trying to find on all these smaller time frames. And well, no, you don't get it here. You get an inside bar here, outside bar, and then this bar was definitely outside. But this bar now is inside of this bar here. So you start getting these patterns a lot, you're going to break out. Inside bar here. Oh no, that's outside a little bit. Let's go to the weekly. What's the weekly looking like? Outside bar on the weekly. See, even on the weekly, it's hard to get these inside outside bars. This one here is inside of this one for the moment. 2 days left in the week. But yeah, market's trying to break out. Probability of it breaking higher, and we're at the end of an interest rate cycle, is high because the Fed is no longer fighting the market. Whew. Issue is there's no breath. I agree. Even today. But see, look, I'm getting what I want now. I'm getting what I want right here. So this is, if this turns into a 2-bar reversal here, this turns into a 2-bar reversal, this bar trades all the way up, and then I get another bar that trades above it, I gotta go long there. I gotta go long, and I gotta put my stop below here. So let's see what we get. I'm gonna remove these drawings though. So still in this range, don't forget about the range. Top of the range, we tested it. Looks like we're falling away. We tested the bottom a bunch of times, fell away or rallied up, tested the top. So this big bar here is still in the range of this bar. But do you see how if you put your stop above this bar, which you should do, that's where liquidity is. That's where the orders are in the market. Because everyone knows if you take out this bar, most likely a trend change could happen. So they put their stops up here to be wrong here, when this is really where they should put their orders because it's at the top of the range. That is why when I was shorting here and here, I did not want to keep my stop up there because there's a very high probability it was going to go back there to get that stop. Now I don't know what it's going to do here, but we broke the bottom of the range a couple times and couldn't get too much lower, but we got even less to the top of the range. So that tells me that the bulls are weaker than the bears right now, because this bar is still controlling the market here. We just tested the breakout point here. Remember, this bar broke above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bars. It broke above 11 bars in this one bar. So this is a pivotal bar, and this is the breakout point. We're testing it perfectly. Remember what I said I wanted? I wanted that test. That was one of my scenarios. I wanted this, or I wanted this. And it looks like we might be getting this. I'm gonna buy this. All right, let's see what we get here. I'm gonna put my stop below here though. I need to get crazy with the risk. Just looking for 200 bucks here. I think I can get 4 points out of this. Let's see. You know, when you're not in the market, it just looks like it's just moving, just giving points. Just you get a point, you get a point. Everybody gets a point. And when you're out of it, man, it makes you, or when you're in it, it just makes you work. It makes you work for every freaking point that you can have. But when you're watching, man, it just seems like points come with the trading platform. Just sign up, we'll give you points. So that's 4, and I'm about a little bit more than that on my risk. I probably should have got in as I saw it bouncing off of here. Well, let's see what happens. Have a good day, D. You watch this later. I said bye. I lose this. This will probably be the end of the stream here. Call it a day and go back to bed. This big bar here, a lot of trading range. The context isn't great for this. doji here, trading range right here. I'm outside of it just a little bit, but it won't take much to get to me if that's what they want to do. This cumulative tick here kind of just reversed all the way back down here now. This is the trading range. I kind of want to close it out because I don't want to give back my little last $200 scalp, but I would be trading improperly. I gotta let this range play out. It's either gonna, I shouldn't have bought in the middle though. I should have bought down here, but I didn't know this was gonna be a doji when I bought. I just know that I got what I wanted to see. I gotta bounce off of this support here. So let's see if it continues to bounce. Looks like it might want to come and take this bar out here. This bar is very important though right now. And it's only tried, well, it's tried multiple times for the top, but look how many times it tried for the bottom. It came up, rallied up, came back down, tried it again, rallied up, came back down, tried it again. So I expect it to try this top at least one more time. My sell stop can be up here if it wants to spike through me. Bar reversal here. A little bit of a wedge right here. A little bit of a wedge. It looks like 3 pushes up. 1, 2. Maybe this looks like maybe the 4th push up. But if I count it from here, it's 1, 2. This is the 3rd push up here. Hybrid creature, what's up? You just trading support demand? No, well, yeah. I mean, you're always trading supply and demand. Just because you don't have the lines on your chart, every bar, above a bar, like this just broke out above the top of this bar. The top of this bar is resistance, right? and the bottom of it is support. So you're always trading that, but specifically today, I'm just looking at price action. I don't have any levels that I'm interested in except for this one here that I deleted down here because it decided not to come down here yet. Alright, so it just took me out of that. Probably could have got a little more. Looks like it's breaking out of this triangle here, but we said earlier that we're just going to go for these scalps because every time we have $200 or $300 today, it's taking it back. So we're not going to go for big moves. And because we have such ranging price action, we expect most of these breakouts to fail. So this just broke out above this high right here. Okay. Now it could run. This could be the trade I'm looking for. It could just run. But probabilities are it's going to fail and come back into the range. And I'd rather take the second or third try, or third or fourth try than the second one. But this bar is 4.5 points. We just took a 4-point scalp, $200. I think we're clawing back some of our losses for the day here. Yeah, I'm only down 700 now. I was down 1100 earlier, so we're just gonna keep looking for scenarios where we can get a quick $200 scalp, because going for the home run like I did a couple days ago here, when I got in here and sold here or bought back here, I'm not getting this today. And I actually missed all of this because I just couldn't believe it was doing it. So I didn't have conviction to get in long, but I knew I didn't want to get back in short. So I just took my, I think it was like 42 something points. I just took my 42 points and called it a day. So we're not getting this though. We're not getting these moves. It's just been really choppy. But it did give me the scenario that I wanted. It came down, tested this breakout point, this big bar, and so I took that trade. Yeah, we just wait for the next one to set up now. We're in a wedge. Probably doesn't look like it the way I've drawn it, but if you go down to a smaller time frame, you can really see it clearly. You're in a wedge with 3 pushes up so far. Push 1, push 2, 1, 2, 3 points. So I'm expecting this to fail, come back into the range, and then we'll make a decision from there. Add decline is supporting this move though. I don't know if you guys can see that here. This is what I'm looking at on my other screen. Got cumulative tick, and I've got add decline. I made a video about add decline. It was kind of overlooked, but since I've been using it, ever since. I use it every day, which is why I prefer to trade during the day, because I have access to this, because this doesn't move at night. You can put levels on here, and what you'll notice is that so many companies will go red or green before you reach kind of an inflection point. For instance, this here happened early, about 10 o'clock, and now you see it struggling at the same place here on add decline. You can also put your trend lines on add decline, which I did here. See that? When I took that first short, I took it off of this break of add decline right here. And then this low came out, took out this low, came back up, respected this low, sold off some more. Okay, came down here, this was the ultimate low, it looks like, and then came back up here. So I use this a lot, and I like the 30-second, and I like the 9 period on it, just to keep me in the right direction. I don't typically trade against it. I usually have a moving average that changes colors. If it's above, it's green. If it's below, it's red. But yeah, just one of those things. That I've been incorporating, and the cumulative tick instead of watching the tick chart. I just like to see this as confirmation. So now we're getting, see how it's at this level again? It's retesting this level. Let's look and see what price is doing. Big wick on the bottom of this candle, or top of this candle. But yeah, this is resistance. The top of this candle is now new resistance. The bottom of it should be support. If you guys start looking at candles that way, because Hybrid Creature just asked me, was I trading support or resistance? You're always trading support or resistance, no matter what you call it, because every candle is a breakout. This candle here, this is a trend on a smaller time frame. This is a 5-minute candle. If I put a box around here, here, let's blow it up a little bit. Let's make it white so you can see it. And then I go down to say a 5-second chart. Look at that trend on that 5-second chart. That box, look what you got here. You got a breakout of this, which is probably in the previous candle's high. Okay, and then you got the trend. So you're always trading support and resistance on some time frame. But if you start looking at your candles and your bodies as your support and resistance points, it really becomes as easy as bull bar buy. Bull bar trading above the high of a bull bar buy. You just had a breakout. Okay. Bear bar trading below the low of a bear bar that closed at its low. Sell. You just had a breakout. And if you look at the last video I made, that's pretty much as simple as it really needs to be. And then like this here, bull bar, bear bar, low, broke out of this low. Okay, then we came back, tested. Where do we test? Right to the top of this resistance point right here, the top of this wick, and then we sold off again, big time. Okay, and you'll see that a lot. You'll see wick to wick. You'll see, if you're into ICT, you'll say they're fair value gaps, whatever you want to call them. Whatever your religion is, whatever you subscribe to, just realize that this bar is a trend. Every bar is a trend on a lower time frame. And when you are making new lower lows, you are breaking a trend on a lower time frame. Right here, whole lower trend, lower. If you're fast enough to trade this, you could have made some money off of this, right? Look at all these trend lines you can draw in here. Look at all these patterns that you get on the lower time frames. Right? And this is all inside of 3 5-minute bars. So always trading supply, demand, support, resistance, whatever you want to call it. It's just how you look at it. It's in candle form instead of in range form. And that's what people get confused about. I'm going to delete some of this crap though. Move drawings. Let's go here. Still got a wedge up. Still got a wedge. Looking like it might break down now though, but let's put that level back in that we took that last trade off of. We lose that level after testing the top of this. I'm interested in a short, at least to the bottom of this range, and that's about 10 points. I'm not holding on for 10 points though. I might take the 4, scalp again, and then we might start looking for other longer trades. Down here too. It was more of a channel though. This was more of a channel than a wedge. It was kind of symmetrical. Yeah. But you could argue for that right there. Broadening wedge. Broke up through it. You can argue for that. I saw it as a channel though, so I was shorting the highs and worked for a little bit. Shorted here. A little bit of profit, about $300, took it back. Let's just see what this market's trying to do now. 2-bar reversal here, big 2-bar reversal, got a big bar on the top. Don't forget about this range though, still in this range. Couldn't get below it here. Well, got below it, couldn't break out. Got above it once. twice. Looks like they might be testing it a third time. What's the next play, guys? What are you guys watching? I don't know what to think right now. I kind of need more information. Whenever you're unsure, you just need more information. You're not stupid or dumb or you don't know what's going on. You just need more information. So, that's why Best Buy. That's why we have Best Buy stores here in the States. You want to buy a new phone? You go to the store, you play with it. A tablet or whatever, a laptop, you go and play with it. You don't just look at it online and purchase it. You go and you mess with it. You need more information before you make a decision. If I'm looking to buy or sell and I don't know what's going on, there's no harm in saying, I don't know what the hell's going on right now. I need more information. And then wait for more information. The problem is people, when they get on streams or even when they're trading by themselves, they want to be right. And you have to just assume that you're wrong until the market tells you that you're right and then capitalize on that. So I don't know what's going on here. I know it's in a rising wedge. I know that's usually bearish. And I know earlier that I was targeting this here. Remember I said I don't think they would come all this way and not take out this zone here. So I have a reason to go down. I have a pattern that's typically bearish. This typically rises and then breaks through the bottom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. That's what I would want to see. I won't know that that's happening though until we take out this area here. So that's going to reduce my profit potential from here to here. Still not bad though. That's 20 points. But that's my next scenario there. Reason to go down and a pattern that can break down at the top of a trading range, at the top of a bull bar resistance, the top of this bull bar or bear bar is resistance, and we have a rising wedge. Yep, you got it. You want to be right or you want to make money? You got it. I want to make money. So, and you can do both. You can be right and make money, but they have nothing to do with each other. You can be wrong and make money. You could do the wrong thing and make money. And that's what is crazy about trading. You could take a low probability setup that has no chance in hell in working out, and then it'll work out that one time. You'll be like, oh, I should do this all the time. Yeah, I see you've read all the good books, Hybrid. When I read the Mark Douglas stuff, I really turned the corner in my trading then. And when you think about that, it really takes pressure off your trading because you don't need to know what happens next. You don't need to know. You just have to have an idea and then trade that idea and control your risk. That's all you have to do over and over and over again. When you get committed to a position or you get, dogmatic about it, it's got to go up, it can't go any lower. The market doesn't care about you. You can't control it. It can do whatever it wants. And once you get that out of your mind, trading becomes a lot easier. I'm really interested in this wedge right now, though, what it's trying to do. We got 3 outside bars here. I'd like to see an inside bar and then a outside bar. I'd like to see a bar that's inside the body of the previous bar, and then the next bar breaking out. to take a nap, guys. You can do that when you trade. You can just decide to not work and go back to bed. I think I'm going to take a nap. And if we get any movement, I will record it and I will post the rest of it, like the ending of it, to the YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys.